This is the Getting Into Alignment podcast. Here we play in the quantum world of possibilities. If you desire it, you get to have it. My name is Alexa Ray Smith. I'm a business coach and spiritual teacher for women in business. I'm here to help you unlock your personal power and tap into your magnetism so that you can manifest the most incredible life for yourself and build the business of your dreams. These episodes will help you plug into the energy of infinite potentiality and teach you the tools you need to play in this world where limitations don't exist. On this podcast, I'll be talking to you about energetics, mindset, embodiment, spirituality, money, and business. Everything that you want is on the other side of you getting into alignment. Hey everyone, welcome back to the Getting Into Alignment podcast. I am so happy that you are here. My name is Alexa Ray Smith. If this is your first time listening to me, I'm so excited that you have stumbled upon this podcast. And to all of my returning listeners, I love you guys so much. Happy New Year. Are you guys feeling the energy of this year? Are you feeling the potency of this year? I already feel like this year is going to be one for the books. Like, this is the year where every manifestation that you've had, all of your wildest manifestations that haven't yet come into fruition, they are going to land this year. It is going to happen. I just feel the energetic shift in the air. There is so much energy moving around. And maybe it's just because of the numerology of this year, the number 8. So this is a potent year for abundance. And yes, of course, we can have a conversation about how this is just a Gregorian calendar year change. The beginning of the year really doesn't start until March. And it's so funny because I was talking about that the other day, and then I have seen so many posts and videos come up about this. And this isn't something that I normally hear a lot of people talk about, but that thing, like they say, what you focus on expands. And when you're focusing on something, you see more of it in your reality. That is so true. And that's what I wanted to come on here and talk to you about today. One thing that I know that I struggled with a long time, and I know that my clients have struggled with this. Like, this is something that I see consistently across the board that people really struggle with. And I truly believe it is the way that society programs us. I believe that we are so deeply programmed to be out of alignment that when we start becoming conscious observers and we start manifesting and creating our dream lives, it's almost like we have this impossible hurdle to get over because we have been so conditioned to operate in a completely different way of being. Now, I know that you have heard before that what you focus on expands. I know that you've heard all of the phrases, and there's a reason why there are so many of these phrases, because it really is so true. And this is the number one thing that I find that people really struggle with, because we've been so conditioned to talk about, to feel into, and to think about what has happened, and to get stuck in this stagnant energy where we're always expecting every day to be similar to the last day. And sometimes, yes, we might feel excited, we might feel hopeful, but then it almost gets to a point where it feels like we've done all of these things, quote unquote, and it doesn't really feel like things have changed. It doesn't really feel like we've manifested a lot of things, or it feels like no matter how hard we're trying to manifest, we're just not manifesting. And the thing here is that because you keep giving energy to the lack of the thing, because you keep focusing on not having it, because you keep feeling into the fact that you don't feel it, this is what's actually perpetuating. We need to be able to shift our attention, because where our attention goes, energy flows. Like, that is one of the basic mantras of manifestation, because whatever you are putting your attention on, that's literally what you are feeding your energetic currency in. And you guys know that if you've been in my world, I always tell you that energy is your most valuable currency because time is an illusion. Money isn't real. It's all made up. And everything at the end of the day is energy. So the most important thing for you to focus on is what are you feeding your energy with? Because if you want to manifest money, but all day long, you're feeling into the lack of money. You're noticing and reacting to the bills. You're feeling like no matter how many money affirmations you do, no matter how many money spells you do, no matter how much action you take, it seems like you're always struggling with money. But at the end of the day, when the topic of money comes up, what are you focusing on? You're focusing on the struggle. You're focusing on the lack. You're focusing on the fact that you constantly are getting triggered by the lack of money coming in or by the bills coming in. I find this really happens a lot to business owners as well, because you say that you want to manifest a 6, 7, 8-figure business. You want to manifest financial freedom in your business, yet all day long you're focusing on, I don't have enough sales. I don't have enough clients. I didn't make enough sales yet today. Nobody's bought today. Nobody's reaching out. Nobody's DMing me. Nobody's clicking on the link. And because you keep focusing on the lack of money, the lack of sales, that's what keeps happening in your business. And quite honestly, if you could just make a shift, to focus on what you are grateful for right now, so that way you can change your energetic state. If you're constantly noticing lack and feeling into lack, and then you try and say money affirmations, for example, you're actually going to still be feeling the lack and then creating more of a stress response in your body, because you're going to be saying something about wealth and abundance, and it's not going to feel true to you because you have this dysregulated nervous system around money. And because you feel this way around money, you keep complaining, you keep worrying, you keep doubting it, you keep having this negative expectation of it. Now, this can be in your personal life, whether you're somebody who has a job and you're working for somebody else, or this can be as a business owner. And I really feel like this being an 8-year, like the money teachings are coming back. We took a step back, we being me. I took a step back and I really focused on the manifestation content and really pumping that out there. But I really love working with business owners, especially female business owners that really just want to propel their growth. Like, I want women to be able to do it all. I've always, and like, no offense if you've always wanted to be a stay-at-home mom, but I've always resonated with the women who wanted to be badass fucking CEOs, the women that wanted to create empires, the women who wanted to do things differently. And if you want to do that and have children too, that's bad fucking ass. But to me, it was always about, let's build something. I truly believe that women have these superpowers. And now that we are able to have a stake at this claim of creating our own empires, I just think that there's so much power here. And if more women started chasing these big, grandiose dreams with this audacity of it's possible, they would be going after it. And I've seen so many women give up on starting their business, give up on going through with their business, whether it was a podcast, whether it was writing a book, whether it was becoming a coach, whether it was whatever it was, like creating a product, launching a service. And I feel like so many women especially get stuck in this trap of focusing on the lack, feeling into the lack, whether it's in their personal life or in their business. And then because all they can focus on, because all they can feel into is this lack, they end up not really getting where they want to be. And then they're in this place for so long that they end up giving up. And I know if you're listening to this and you're a woman, or even if you're a man, just cater it to you. But like, you guys know that when I started this business, I came online to be a coach for women and female entrepreneurs. Like, this is just the area that I really, really love being in. And lately, a lot of my clients, whether they have come to me wanting to be business owners or not, there has been this spark that's been lit within them where they've been creating these businesses and starting them. And yes, I've been helping them a lot with it. And I just love it so much. I got so burnt out and I got so jaded by the business coaching industry because, and I've said this before, so I'm not going to go too deeply into it, but when I started, there was the man bro marketing guy who's like, you got a DM, cold DM, da da da, and all of like the bullshit, like sleazy salesmen that nobody likes energy. Then women came into the business coaching industry and they were like, feminine energetics, embodiment. And while, yes, that's amazing and that's awesome, all they talked about was complete bullshit that made no sense and had no bearing. And they gave you nothing tangible and nothing really valuable. You couldn't do anything with it. They just charged you like $6,000 to be in a 3-week program and you got nothing from it. And it was like, what the fuck? And so I just got so jaded with business because of that I stopped calling myself a business coach and I really just started talking more about manifestation. But I feel like the business lover in me, the entrepreneur in me, she has just like been screaming to get back into talking about business and to helping more women create and launch their businesses because I love it so much. Like I went to business school. I worked for the New York State government for 8 years as a business subject matter expert in multiple different areas, but this is like the thing that I love. When I was working at the New York State government, if we went out somewhere and you had a business idea or you had a business, like we would thrive and I would just talk to you about that and I would help you and I would get innovative with you and I just love it so much. But I find that the one area where a lot of business owners and a lot of women in business almost like give up on their dreams is the money piece, is the being successful, is the having the abundance that they desire, really generating the income that they desire. And fuck the monthly income. That was something that got so blown up in the female business coaching industry. And let's be honest, you guys know I called at the beginning of 2023 that this is going to be the end of an era, but oh my God, not even I could have realized like how quickly that era was going to like go out of style and how bad it looks on the people that haven't shifted to be ethical business owners and are still charging like these insane amounts of money to get into their world for like proximity and not needing them. Like it's just honestly, it's just really funny to me. But it's because we are collectively waking up and we are conscious leaders and we're here for something bigger. And I really think that money is an area that everybody wants to have more money, right? Like money allows you to have opportunities. It allows you to say yes to what you want to say yes to. So I really want to talk to you about shifting to an abundance frequency, shifting into more abundance in your life, whether you're already a business owner and you've been doing it for a few years and you're kind of feeling like frustrated because you haven't gotten to the amount of money that you desire yet, or if you haven't left your career yet and you've been doing your business as a side hustle, but it hasn't made enough money, like, or if you're that business owner that made a bunch of money, but now you've like plateaued, wherever you're at. I've found that it's the same energetics pretty much that apply to either new business owners or business owners that have seen some success but have plateaued. It's that there comes to a certain point, and it could be the beginning, it could be the middle, it could be the end. It doesn't really matter when it happens. But this is the thing that is going to really slow down your manifestations, slow down your money, slow down your sales, slow down your success. You have to think, feel, speak, and expect greater than your past and greater than your circumstances. You can't keep reaffirming the story where money is hard to come by and feeling into that and getting triggered about bills and then seriously wondering why money feels so hard for you. You can't keep focusing on the lack of sales, the lack of outreach, the lack of engagement, the fact that if you've made money in your business this month, it isn't enough, quote unquote, and then get frustrated when more people aren't signing up or more people aren't buying your products. Because at the end of the day, it's normally a you problem. And I mean that even and especially in business. And this is when we really do have to throw the traditional bro marketing and all of the practical, tangible bullshit out the door for a minute Because yes, there are things that you have to do in your business. You have to build your business, and you have to build your business from a place of abundance. You have to do the work on you to change your mindset and to change your energy, because your mindset and your energy are a self-fulfilling prophecy for the success and the money that's going to come into your life and in your business. And it's not your fault. Like, I'm not blaming you. I'm not shaming you. I'm just calling it out so that you can have an honest look at yourself and how you are contributing to the lack of money and actually increasing the amount of struggle and hardship in your life. Because when you realize that you're the common denominator in your business, in life, in money, it actually becomes really liberating, because then it's not about the algorithm working against you. It's not that you've got bad marketing. It's not that you don't create enough content. It's not that you're not putting yourself out there. It's not that there's something inherently wrong with you. It's just that you aren't focusing on your power. You are feeling disempowered all day long, and you've got to be in your power, because when you're in your power, you're operating in your full energy. And money is energy. Money likes power, and not in an unethical way, but it's just money. Lots of money is high vibrational energy. When you are in your full power, that's when you have that much energy and you become a magnet for money. I want you to honestly ask yourself, whether you're a business owner or just somebody who's wanting to manifest money this year. We are 3 days into the year? 3 days. And if you guys know, I'm not that coach that's going to be like, let's go back 33 years ago. No. If I had just another, if I could have just had one money coach tell me that I didn't have to go back and look at my whole fucking childhood to change my money story, to change my money mindset, to regulate my nervous system with money, I would have been able to do this shit so much faster. So you guys will notice that if you've been in my world, like if you were just one of the hundreds of people that was in the Glow the Fuck Up free 5-day challenge, which is now available in my membership, AOMU. Every day we did a simple 5-step process for you to shift that day, for you to shift not even that day, but instantly. Because if time is an illusion, why are we telling ourselves that we need to go back 3 decades to look at something that we had no power over? That yes, maybe we could have a conversation that there was a soul contract that we wanted to be born into more of a poverty household, but that's a different story, and that's not where I'm going. Just understand that, of course, that could be, there's more to it sometimes, but it's like when we're talking about healing our relationship with money, going back 3 decades, yes, it could give you some valuable insights, but it doesn't help you shift right now. If anything, if you have a lot of trauma in the area, it's just going to re-traumatize yourself. So it's actually not that helpful. What's really helpful is getting really fucking clear and becoming really conscious of who you are being and who you've been. Not what your parents said 30 years ago. Yes, of course, that was programmed into your mind. But the thing is, let's be fully honest, personal development wasn't that big in the baby boomer generation. Yes, of course, it's become a lot bigger now because more people are having spiritual awakening because we have the internet. So younger generations, I would argue myself as a millennial and younger, we have all been really aware that personal development is available to us. And if you're in my world, if you're listening to my podcast, you are someone that does personal development. But sometimes I think we forget that not everyone is doing personal development, and that's also okay. There's nothing technically wrong with that. We can't force anyone to go on a path that they're not meant to be on. But let's be fully honest, because your parents probably haven't been doing personal development. They are probably still saying the same shit about money and about work and career that they did 30 years ago. Honestly. They're probably just saying it more to your face now because they aren't trying to hide anything from you, but you could pick it up energetically in the household anyway. But it's like if you were on the phone with your mother today, she probably said the same thing she said about money if you talked to her today and money came up that she did 30 years ago. We don't need to go look at the past because your thoughts right now and your feelings right now and the expectations that you have and how you speak about your reality, that is a clear indication of what you think. And that is showing you whether you're in alignment or out of alignment with abundance. And what do the most of us do? Oh my God, another bill. Oh, I just wish I had more money. Why is money so hard to come by? Well, it's easy for them to have money. They're immoral. Like if we listen to the mainstream conversation about money, it is awful. We are the most highly programmed around money. It is absolutely true. Us as the awakened collective that's doing this work, that is really waking up and shifting the paradigm of business as we know it, we are cognizant enough to not be investing a lot of time and energy around people that are having those conversations. But the one thing that I find that a lot of us don't pay enough attention to is how much we are actively having this conversation with ourselves. Is the inner dialogue in your head all day long, you worrying about every bill that comes in? Every time you see an email, your stomach is dropping. Every time you open up the sales page for your internet, you end up getting upset because there's not enough money. You wake up and you look at your phone notifications and you get disappointed that you haven't made enough sales or that nobody has bought yet or that something happened that you need to now pay for that was an unexpected bill. Like, what is the dialogue that's going throughout your mind all day long? Because the thing is you're creating your reality. And in order for your especially financial reality to change, you've got to start changing the conversations that you're having with yourself around money. You've got to start changing the feelings that you have around money. You've got to start deciding that it's going to go differently, deciding that this is the year where you're going to manifest all of the money. This is going to be your biggest year yet. This is the year that your business is going to take off. This is the year that you're going to get the promotion. This is the year that you're going to manifest so much money that from this point forward, you will never struggle with money again because you will understand how to be in alignment with wealth to show up as the wealthiest version of yourself. And that means that you've got to feel abundant throughout your day, and noticing what you're grateful for, like I said earlier, is a great way for you to shift your energy. So instead of waking up in the morning and going right to your emails or your phone notifications or looking at your bank account or worrying about what you can do to make more money, instead of allowing yourself to play out this lack mindset and frequency that you've been playing out so many days of your life that it's exhausting. Like, I know that you're ready for a change. I know that you're ready for money to be easier. So you've got to shift how you are putting your attention on money. You've got to shift. Is your attention on money or is your attention on the lack of money? And if you can decide in the morning that, you know what, I'm not going to look at the things that are triggering me. I'm not going to start my day and go into my day getting all frantic and frazzled. I'm actually going to take some time to decide how I want to feel, how I want today to go for me, how excited I get to be that today is a new day. And today could be the day that I sign my first high ticket client. Today could be the day where I have 5 people that join my membership. Today could be the day where 10 people buy products from me. Today could be the day that while I'm eating breakfast, I could make $10,000. Today could be the day that out of the blue, I get a check in the mail. Today could be the day that I get a refund for thousands of dollars that I wasn't expecting. Today could be the day that I literally just go and open my mail and I've got money in my mailbox. And like, I literally have no idea where this money came from, but the money is here. How fucking dope is that? I know that we talk a lot in the business world about having a morning routine, and like the traditional bro marketing was like, wake up at 4 a.m. The earlier you wake up, the more that you can do. La da 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 da. Well, yes, of course, you have more hours in the day for you to do more things if you wake up that early. it doesn't necessarily mean that you need to wake up at the crack of dawn to be successful. And I would argue that over my years being an entrepreneur and getting mentorship, my mentors that were the wealthiest mentors, the majority of them did not wake up at the crack of dawn. A lot of them would honor their bodies and they would wake up when it felt good to them. Like, not a lot of them would set alarm clocks. The majority of them, let's be honest, I had one mentor. I only had one mentor that woke up at 5 a.m. and she was a mom. So I would argue that like she had to wake up earlier because of the fact that she had children that had to go to school and everything anyway. But what I'm getting at is it's not true that you need to wake up early, because you might not be someone who is an early riser. You might do better having a later morning, and then you actually might be more productive because you're not spending the majority of your day like trying to wake up or be productive. You just have the natural energy. But the most important thing is not what time you wake up. It's what do you do in the first half an hour or hour of your day. Do you wake up and open up your phone right away? Do you scroll right away? Do you check your emails right away? Do you look at your text messages right away? Are you looking at the analytics for your website and for your social media? Are you looking at the engagement? Because the thing is if you just get out of bed and you look at your phone or your computer, your brain is still primal. And now in the digital era, it really looks at notifications and emails and all of these things as the bear in the woods. And if we have a dysregulated nervous system and if we're not grounded, that's going to make us spin off in a lack frequency, a lack vibration, dysregulate our nervous system. The most important thing is you really getting your energy right in the morning and deciding that you are going to focus on what you are grateful for, that you are going to decide how you want the day to go. Wouldn't you be so fucking excited if today was the day where you made more money than you've ever made? Wouldn't you be so excited if you opened up your mailbox and you had a check or you had money that you were unexpected, like that you weren't expecting, and it was in there? Wouldn't you be so excited if you got an email that you were about to get a check for $15,000 for something, whether it's your services, whether it was just unexpected money? Like, we're available for all of it, but you're not available for the money, the abundance, for the surprise if you're expecting that there's going to be a bunch of bills in your email that you can't pay. If you're expecting that you're not going to have any sales come in. If you're expecting that your business isn't going to take off this month. If you're expecting the worst case scenario, if you're expecting with a negative orientation, then all you're going to get is more negative, because your expectations, and the word that has blown up on TikTok is assumption, law of assumption. You're assuming that you're going to have more debt. You're assuming that the debt's going to be there. You've normalized the debt, and you've actually become now energetically aligned with debt, and you've been running from a deficient energy for so long that it becomes your natural state of being. But you need to start focusing on the fact that today could be the day that it all changes for you. How exciting would it be if that happened? Can you feel into how great that would be to have an extra $2,000 today, an extra $5,000, an extra $10,000, an extra $15,000, $20,000, whatever amount would feel good to you, or you've been manifesting? How amazing would it be if that came in today? Are you showing up as the person that is not only expecting that that money is going to be there today, they are getting excited about the fact that that money is coming in. They are taking the time to take care of themselves, to get ready and put on a fun playlist. They're taking the time to meditate. They're taking the time to focus on what they're grateful for. They're taking the time to feel good. They're taking the time to just feel grateful for their morning coffee or their morning matcha or their hot lemon water, instead of going right into the worry, doubt, fear, lack. Oh my God, what am I going to do today? There's not going to be any more money. What can I do today to try and make more money, to get more money? How can I get more sales? What if I create create more content? What if I copy their style of doing things? What if I do it like them? What if I switch and do this? Like, instead of doing all of that, if you just focused in the morning what you're grateful for, and then because that'll change your state. And then you start focusing on and feeling into how exciting it is that literally you could manifest any amount of money today. You could manifest any amount of sales today. You could have had 0 people sign up for your last launch and you could have 131 sign up today, this month, this week. You could have had a 0 month in business last month and you could manifest $5,000 today. You could be struggling to pay your bills and be negative in your bank account and you could manifest $7,000 today. Instead of you focusing on the negative bank account, instead of you focusing on the debt, the bills, all of the things that you're worried about, never having enough money, and then having this story and this narrative and this energy and this vibration and this mindset, like, do you see how it all just like swirls together? It's like an energetic tornado. And that's why you normally hear me call it the doom spiral, when something dysregulates you and you just go down this doom spiral. All day long, it's just like we're walking around these negative tornado spirals and we're trying to just move faster and do more to manifest more money. But it's like, if you're in that negative spiral, the money is just getting pushed away from you because you're only actually chaotically available for debt. You're chaotically available for lack. So what I need you to do is have some grace with yourself and do some breath work and come back into the present moment. This is a brand new year. It's 3 days into this year right now. Where's your head been at with money? Have you been focusing on how you didn't make enough money in 2023? You didn't manifest the money in 2003. Have you already started to expect that maybe this year won't be any better financially? Maybe the money won't manifest. Maybe the sales won't manifest. Maybe you're going to have to go back to your old job. Maybe you're going to have to get another 9 to 5. Maybe you're going to have to admit that your parents were right. Like, is that where your head's been at? Or are you that person that's like, oh my fucking God, it is 2024, baby. We are manifesting $1 million this year. This is the year that my business fucking takes off. This is the year that I write my book and I'm a New York Times bestseller. This is the year where I give a TED Talk. This is the year where I manifest the most epic soulmate clients. This is the year where I have more product sales than I've ever made. And so I literally can expand my business to be at a global reach, like an international superstar, industry leader. Oh my God, I'm so excited. These are the products that I'm going to make. This is where I'm going to expand. Are you planning for the lack of money? Or are you planning for and showing up right now like you've got the money, like the money is available to you? Because I'm going to tell you what, I know that it seems so impossible and you feel so defeated when you've been in this lack orientation for so long. But hear me when I say this. If you could just get out of that by just merely pausing and asking myself, is this how I want to feel? Is this the reality I want to experience? Is this how I actually desire money to go for me? Is this actually how I want my business to go? Or am I fucking exhausted and really fucking depleted and defeated and I just need something to change? Because when you realize that, then it doesn't make sense for you to keep going about it in the same way you have. And if you can just now get out of that spiral, come back to present moment, take some breaths, find what you're genuinely grateful for in the moment. Focus more on what you're grateful for right now, rather than noticing the lack of anything. Feel grateful for the house that you're in. Feel grateful for the clothes that you're wearing. Feel grateful for your health. Feel grateful for your dogs, your cat, your kids, your husband, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, whatever it is. Focus on the things that you're genuinely grateful for. Because that right there, that's going to neutralize that negative orientation. And now you're going to come back to neutral, where you now get to decide, do I want to keep showing up in that energy and that mindset, which I know ends up in this negative orientation, this tornado where I'm just spinning for an energetic depletion? Or am I gonna decide that I know that the quantum realm is here? I've heard so many people say it. I might not get it fully, but I know that this is a quantum world. And that means time is an illusion. So it doesn't matter who I've been last year. It matters who I'm being right now. It matters how I'm showing up. It matters how I'm thinking. It matters the energy I'm playing into. So if I can just focus more on what I'm grateful for and focus less on what I lack, speak my gratitudes into existence, show the universe that I'm genuinely grateful, do the things that light me up. Like, it doesn't cost any money for you to play a playlist that feels super high vibe in the morning while you're getting ready. It doesn't cost any money for you to stand in the window with your face in the sunshine for a little bit, just to or just even look out the window and look at how beautiful this world is. Like, that doesn't cost anything. If you can start focusing your energy right now, no matter what your condition is, no matter what's going on in your business, no matter what's going on in your bank account, if you can just focus on what you're grateful for right now, keep reminding yourself in the morning, throughout the day, what you're grateful for, to combat any negativity, to really propel you into this appreciation, this abundance, feeling, frequency, mindset. Then decide, how do I want this to go for me? How do I want my money story to be? How do I want the story of my business to go? Like, what do I want to happen? Do I want to manifest? How much money? Like, get really fucking clear. How much money do you want to manifest? How much money are you manifesting this week? This week, how much money do you want to manifest? How many sales do you want to make? How many clients do you want to have book? How many products do you want to sell? How much do you want? Do you even know? Do you know how much you're actually calling in right now? Do you know how much money you want to make this month? Do you know how much money you want to make this year? Do you know how many clients you want to work with? Do you know how many sales you want to have? Like, do you know? The more you can start focusing on having clarity on what you actually want, the story that you want, the details of it, what it feels like, to get excited for it, knowing that it is possible, knowing that it is available. But the only way it's going to be possible and the only way it's going to be available is if you can start feeling into it right now, is for you to start focusing on it right now. Instead of expecting yesterday to be the same as today, and taking on yesterday's energy, you're going to release it because you're going to wake up and get into gratitude. You're going to start feeling good. And then you're going to decide how today's going to go. You're going to talk about how much sales you do want to make, how many clients you do want to book, how many products you want to sell, how many inquiries you want to get, how much engagement you want to have, how much growth you want to see. When you start getting clear, thanking the universe for what you have now, and then thanking the universe for what you know gets to come to you because you're deciding it's manifesting, and you start showing up like it's fucking possible, like it's available, and you just start embodying the power and the potency of your energetic signature when it's dialed all the way up, that's when the money is going to come to you no matter what. Like, the money is going to come in all of these unexpected areas because you're expecting the money. You're expecting money. You're not expecting lack. You're not expecting bills. You know that bills are a part of life, so you're not focusing on them, because if you focus on the bills more than you focus on the money, what are you going to have? More bills, less money, right? So we're going to put our attention on the money, expecting the money, expecting that we always have more than enough money to pay our bills, expecting that we are going to be successful this year, expecting that we are amazing at our craft, expecting that people do love to pay us, expecting that money is magnetized towards us, expecting the money. You've got to start expecting the money. Because I'm telling you, while there's 1,000,001 money mindset books, wealth consciousness books, programs, teachers out there, this is truly the work with anything. If we took the semantics out of it and just looked at a positive and negative orientation, this is how you manifest anything. But the truth of the matter is, we've put so much pressure on money because money is the currency that is tied to our survival in the current paradigm that we're living in. I do feel like this might shift in our lifetime, but I'm not sure which collective we're ascending into. So I do think it could shift. But at this present moment, while I physically record this podcast episode, we have so much pressure on money because money allows us to survive or thrive. And because we've put pressure on it, stress, worry, doubt, fear, it's the negative doom spiral and the negative orientation that we attach with it. Because of that, it's really affecting how people are able to manifest money, because even when they can manifest other things, they can't manifest money because somewhere in all of this deep conditioning and the stress and the dysregulation, we believe that money isn't manifested like other things. We think that we need to specifically learn about money. And yes, there is something to be said to be learning about money mindset and thinking abundantly and wealth consciousness. At the end of the day, it's all the same teachings. If we took the semantics out, money isn't any different. It's just that you have been programmed to think that it is. And that's one of the programs that we have to uninstall. You manifest money just like you manifest anything else, by focusing on it, by feeling into it. Drop the excuse that you've never been wealthy, so you don't know how to feel like a wealthy person. Drop the excuse that you don't have the money in the bank, so you can't go buy this X, Y, and Z. Bull fucking shit. I'm calling bullshit. You need to just start focusing more on expecting the money, believing that the money can come, trusting that you live in a quantum realm. Money is always available. Trusting that when you shift your mindset, the money will come. Trusting that when you shift your mindset towards your business, the clients will come, the sales will come. It's so amazing that the universe can respond so fucking quickly, especially when you've been in that negative orientation state because of the law of polarity. It's like an electromagnetic rubber band that's shooting you into the abundance realm. It can really happen so quickly when you just set your energy and your momentum in that direction and you keep going there every day while you're brushing your teeth. I'm so fucking excited. I'm so grateful that today I made more sales in my business than I've ever made. I'm so excited that I just had 10 product sales. I'm so excited that I just had 100 people sign up for my latest program. I'm so excited that I just had a client DM me and they are going to pay in full for my highest offer. I'm so excited that I received an email today from the producer that I've wanted to work with, from an industry that wants to work with me, from wherever, like whatever it is. When you can start getting excited, feeling good in the morning, whatever feeling good feels like and looks like to you, but genuinely feeling good in your body, and then focusing on the possibilities and then expecting them and then taking action like somebody who expects them to be there. If you're expecting and preparing for the money, you're not going to sit around and wait for it. You've got things to do, not hustling all day long, but you will be getting into alignment and you'll be following the pulls and you'll be following your excitement and you'll be loving your business because you'll be expecting the success to come, and you'll be loving going to work if that's your desired pathway because you're going to be expecting that it's going to be good and that people are going to acknowledge you and that you're going to be getting a bonus and that whatever it is. But it's like you've got to start expecting it to be good. You've got to start expecting it to be there. You've got to start preparing for it to be there. You've got to shift how you feel and think about money. Quite honestly, I came on here and I was like, this is going to be a quick one. And I was really just going to talk about the negative orientation state and like the positive orientation state. And then y'all know I let the universe speak through me. I'm just a channel. And some money preachings were coming out. Honey, I have bought all of the money programs. All of them, to the point where it's like actually laughable. I've read all the books. I've reread all the books. I've listened to them. I have done every fucking thing that every goddamn money coach has ever told you to do. And I'm telling you that if you just replay this podcast episode, you would never have to spend a dime on money teachings or wealth energetics. If you really just listen to this and you understand what I'm saying and you apply this and you do this, your business will pop the fuck off this month. If you do this, you're going to manifest more money than you've ever manifested. We love to overcomplicate it. We love to think that it's so much more difficult because we've been taught that business is so difficult and because we've been taught that money is so hard to come by. But it's the teachings that make it difficult. And when you say, you know what, I'm actually just going to approach this differently, because why the fuck wouldn't I? I see women all over the world manifesting their best businesses and then getting to live their best life because their business allows them to have time freedom and location freedom and financial freedom. So they get to spend more time with their families. They get to spend more time traveling. They get to spend more time living their life. Like, it's so funny to me when older generations are like, well, millennials and younger just don't want to work. This generation just doesn't want to work. No, honey, we don't want to spend our lives working. We want to do work that actually lights up our soul, but we also want to live our lives, and we are actually understand that we get to do work that lights up our soul and spend more time living our best lives, because that is available for us. Sorry that y'all didn't get the memo, but we're not going to keep struggling just because you struggled for so long. We're going to keep making it better and better for future generations on earth. So it's like, you've just got to be clear with yourself. How are you showing up? What are you focusing on? What are you expecting? What are you feeling into? And yes, of course, if there's a lot of money trauma there, and there's dysregulation, you always have to do a nervous system regulation technique. You always need to clear that energy out. And that's why they're so important. And that's why I give you all of them within AOMU. So if you're not yet a member in AOMU, I highly encourage you join. Right now, it's still only $44 a month, which is fucking insane. And you will be able to get in for the Life Edit 24, which is my upcoming program that's taking place on January 11th. We like to do the portal days over here. So at 1 p.m. EST, we will be meeting live, and this is going to be reorganizing your life. Like, this is going to be the deep clean on your life, so that way you are showing up and taking advantage of the blank slate that is this year. AOMU is the perfect space for you if you are somebody that really wants to focus on doing the healing work on themselves, on learning how to rewire their mind, learning how to regulate your nervous system, learning how to recode your cellular DNA. You get the money teachings in AOMU as well. Now, this is the perfect place for you if you're not a business owner. If you are a business owner, though, I have something so excited to announce. I have been working on this behind the scenes, and I've decided to now open up an entrepreneur / business / success / money membership. So it's going to be its own membership, where this is the membership that is for you if you are an aspiring entrepreneur or you are an entrepreneur. I'm going to teach you how to do business in your way, how to feel really magnetic, and how to feel really confident in your business, in your services, in your products. This is going to be such a dope space because I'm going to be dropping sometimes daily voice notes. So not only are you going to be getting all of the trainings and a group to plug into, you'll also be getting daily infusions of what's going on in my mind. Now, it won't necessarily be every day, but like 5 days out of the week, there's going to be short little voice notes from me that are helping you to really plug into the energy of being an entrepreneur, keeping you on track, and really giving you the thought-provoking questions that entrepreneurs need to hear. As much as manifestation can go into business, business building requires its own kind of conversations, and it requires a very unique individual who's really going to take that journey. So I've realized that it doesn't do a service to have the business and the manifestation content together, because we can't go deep enough in the conversations about business, and it will take away from the manifestation conversations from people who are just learning how to manifest. So If you are someone that is like, oh my God, I've been looking for a space to plug into to really be able to build my business, to feel successful this year, to have this year be the year that my business takes off, that I find that financial freedom that I've been looking for, no matter how long you've been in entrepreneurship, then I invite you to join the business membership. And quite honestly, I haven't decided the name yet. I've got one name that I think is going to be the name, but I'm still marinating with that. So right now, I don't have a name for the business membership, but just know that it is going to be listed on my site as the business membership for right now. And if you want to get in, the business membership is only $99 a month. You'll get access to all of my existing business trainings. And then throughout the year, I'm going to be launching new trainings, and it's typically going to be one training a month. So throughout this year, you'll have access to ideally 12 new trainings. Plus, you'll get voice notes, and you'll also have the community group. And we will be adding in coaching calls as well throughout the space. So this is going to be so much fun. And this is for you if you are on your entrepreneurial journey. So you can click the link in my bio if you want to join right now. And it's just so exciting. I'm so excited to see so many more people manifest money this year and build the businesses of their dreams. You're feeling really called to do this one-on-one work with a mentor to start your business, then you can sign up for mentorship on my website as well, or a single mentorship session. They are still open at this time. So you can click the link in the bio in the description box. And I'm going to leave this one here and let you marinate on this. But I'm telling you, this is what you need to do in your life and in your business if you aren't manifesting the money that you desire yet. Because if you do this, it's all going to shift, and it will shift quickly. It really will. All right. I love you guys so much. Thank you for being here. Thank you for investing all of this time with me today. And I'm so fucking excited to see you manifest your most abundant year yet. I will talk to you in the next episode. Bye. Thank you so much for listening to this episode. If you're ready to go deeper and to get into my world, you can go to my website, alexaraysmith.com. You'll find all of my current programs on there. If you're desiring to get mentored by me, then the best thing to do is shoot me a DM on Instagram, and we can talk about mentorship options and which one's the best fit for you. If you're absolutely loving this podcast, please go rate it 5 stars and let me know why you're loving it. This will help me share the podcast with more people. Thank you so much for spending your time with me. And until the next episode, keep manifesting the most incredible life.